I'm having, especially with Vicky Valen Court. They all be, I'm saying, they was all smiling, polite there, but wondering who the crazy bitch named Jaguar. Really, that's what happened at Mar-a-Lago. How would y'all know? Like, why don't y'all want to stay live for another 9 hours again? Why are you almost done? Bitch, let's stop playing. What the fuck is your name? You're very convinced about not being that person with the kids and the drug dealer husband.
Don't
I'm
say their
just
name. Just don't say their name.
fuck your name is?
Don't say it.
Like, no, because you just a little bit too cute. But see, I know
And you say you want to give them
what little broken people like you do. No, because it's really pathetic when people just don't know how to let go. Like, I think the part that bothers me the most is whether you were born in 1980 or born in 1990, you're still my junior.
490.
I'm still your elder. I'm still trying to figure out why somebody born in 1990 wants to lie to people and say they were born in 1980. Like, you got serious problems, child. Like, I literally take a little nap to get me some rest because I got a busy, long day. I got a busy life. But the simple fact that you've been up all night just doing nothing, talking crap about nothing. The question is, why are you worried about what's in my members only content? Why do you still got people buying memberships so that you can aspire? There's something wrong with you. What your name is again? Joshua what? See, there's a problem. I really do. I got a problem with little goofy assholes that got them real ghetto names who miss their mama so much. I could see why you started attacking my mom, attacking my relationship with my mother, and that weirdo, that Vicky Valen Court. Oh, I'm about to put you on blast. Oh, go see what Jag wants. What Jag wants. It's for other people to fight her battles for her. What she wants and what Jag wants. Really, what do I want? You don't know me. You've been sitting up for what, 5 hours? Talking about someone you don't know like you know them. I remember when you used to get real people to come into your room, into your chat. You know, not need a bunch of punk losers to promote you. Like Corey and his wife Marlena. Is that what you doing to try to justify all of those new subscribers you bought? Danny Montana Bish. Like, these are old women playing internet games. I forgot to get this off my algorithm, didn't I? That's why it's still showing up. It's just sad. We on your ass, Jag, ass kissers. Really? That's what you want? You on what? What y'all on? I mean, do I really got to go through every last one of you weirdos and handle up on y'all? Skilo, Jag, you were their monkey. I'm sure they were playing with you like a pinata. Really, in what world? Great live as always. Danny, that's not her name. While you sitting around pretending like you were a loved person ever in your life. Ain't your mama dead, child? I guess that's why you do what you do. Because there really is nobody left in this world to love you, is there? You just a little lost, girl. Joshua, what? I'm curious. Hunger Games are now the starving games. Jag, you lose. I lose what? Slow Dusty couldn't do the same font. What are you talking about? Like, they're really upset about the award, apparently. They're really, really, really upset. And I guess they think that this live is them proving, oh, and now they're bringing up Queen Tulsa, or should I say Queen Edward, the man in makeup who wishes he was trans. Where's Queen Edward these days? Like, the simple fact that she's still playing this is kind of pathetic. That's all right, Vicky Valen Court. I'ma fix you. You've been around a long time. See, y'all don't know, and this is the thing that I really, really, really don't like about the troll farm. They think because new people are around that it erases reality, erases history. All of these goofy AI records, just goofy. But see, when you're a Class A stalker and all you know how to do is stalk people, you can't let go. Vicky Valen Court, the reason why this person calls themselves Vicky Valen Court, the screen name, see, you can tell by their screen names exactly what part of my life they began stalking in. Vicky Valen Court has been around since 2021. Because, see, I used to joke and call my second husband Bobby Boucher. And anybody who's an Adam Sandler fan knows that Bobby Boucher is the character of what great movie franchise? The Waterboy. And if y'all remember in The Waterboy, there was a girl named Vicky Valen Court who came along and stole Bobby Boucher's heart, and they were in love. Yup. And there was one big problem in their relationship. His mama, we had the same problem with my mother-in-law. She didn't seem to want to break up with her son so he can actually be somebody's wife. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I've never really been in an incestual relationship, so I don't know how hard the letting go part is when it's time for that person to move on and be intimately involved with somebody that doesn't share DNA or blood type with them. And so I used to joke because my second ex-husband would always say, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say. And I said, nobody give no damn about what your mama say all the time. And I was like, oh my God, I married the water boy. I am Vicky Valen Court. How pathetic is it that screen name is still around? Vicky Valen Court. Coma him. Who wants a dead song? Because a hymn is a song. Like, you got to look at the names on these people. These are supposed to be adults. Sitting up all night, begging for somebody to hate. It's beyond weird. But girl, since you're so sure you're not one persona, I don't know. Joshua, what? Because see, the robot just went off. I did that on purpose. Sure did. With your I can't get no real people to come into my room. With your my bots are getting kind of expensive. It's just wild. To literally go to sleep, somebody lying on you. Wake up, they're still lying on you. Now, I made it very clear that I photoshopped that thumbnail for my members only content. All my members know that. It was a joke. Since y'all so desperately, they didn't even know she was coming. Really, how? Make that make sense. Joshua, what? It's a real ghetto name, too. Almost as ghetto as Dante. See, that's the kind of ghetto trash that YouTube sponsors. I'm just trying to figure out why you were in such a quick rush to log off, Joshua Robot. What, you realize that I logged on? What, you needed to shut it down so you could come listen? What is it that... I mean, no, I'm telling you right now, I've been dealing with stalkers my whole life. I've had all kinds of stalkers. I'll never forget the first stalker that I had. He used to come to the club, to Black Lily, 5 spot. I found out he was following me home. I was living in a high rise on City Avenue. And, man. One day I was leaving the club and I didn't realize that he was following me until I had gotten off the exit. And then it was just like, I gotta get home. I gotta get to the garage. You know, there was a garage at my building. Doorman and all that. My little cousins used to come and follow me home. After that, my baby cousins, they some big dudes, you know. Every last one of them, 6'4" or taller. Just, rushing yards, running backs. Block and tackle kind of guys. Oh my God, that day he followed me back and my little cousins jumped up out. Because I told him, I'm pulling up. And the second that I opened the garage, he pulled up behind me and he was trying to jump out of the car. And then my cousins came over and he jumped back in the car. He shut that door real fast. And they just picked the car up and they just flipped it over and left him there on the roof. Oh, that was when I first got my Jaguar. I've been around a long time. I've had everything that anybody could ever want, think, or dream of. I've had things that most of these people will never have, but the one thing that apparently they really don't have that I have is love. You know, before I started giving people the keys to the game, so people can start busting this robot bitch in her head. But they all say the same thing. Y'all need to stay out of it. This is between us and Jag, so it's okay for 20 content creators to come after me. Because I'm your bread and butter, because I'm what you need to make money. Y'all saw what happened when she started talking about that Onidra person over there by Palestine and Dubai. Well, she talked about her for 2 days, and then that was it? She ain't get no views. But the one thing that's really starting to get on my nerves is the shadow boxing and fighting for other people's exes. I guess, just newsflash, just in case y'all didn't know, Odell's second wife is an Avenger. So I want y'all to think about this. She's one of those toothpick people. Why does the robot keep being insist on talking about my man's penis? Like, it's weird when the boys do it, but it's a little weirder when she does it. What does she say? Short dick, shrimp dick. What was that? Well, I'm trying to figure that out. Why are you literally talking about the penis of a man who you know is in a committed relationship? Like, why? Yeah, because old Dusty got a short dick and it's a broke dick and it does this. Why? Why? You want to talk about the award? Talk about the award. I could really give a shit less. I'm going to say it one last time for the idiots in the cheap seats. First things first, you're not making no sense. I'm so sick and tired of people pretending like they're smart, sitting around being the dumbest, and wanting to get accolades for it. Let's get this very clear. You sitting over there running down on a man in a committed relationship who you don't know, who you and King Payne hired a private investigator to follow around for content. Like, this isn't me going back and forth at you. This is me highlighting exactly how troubling it is. Why are you so concerned with what's in Odell's pants? Go back and tell your toothpick bitch this. He chose where he wanted to be. See? People tried to take options out of his life, and he just created a whole new option for his life. Maybe it's time for me to really just stop being polite and start telling people what your attacks on this man is really all about. It's not about him being a bad man. It's not about me being a bad woman. Vicky Valen Court, I'm about to make you change your screen name. I got screenshots of you from years ago, ho. I mean, your screen name makes you only relevant to the time when Goomba was still around. And I haven't seen that idiot since 2023. You know, the last time I saw my second husband was in DeSoto, Texas. I was doing a performance. You know, that wonderful performance that the Dynamite Network put up that was shadow bananaed for 2 years before it made it to the algorithm by Brian Reveals, and that purple dress, me performing. It's funny, people ran with his content, didn't even acknowledge him. Oh, I think that means it's time for you to retire that screen name. Oh, what does this say? Barra Princess, thank you. You know, apparently people congratulating me on this award is hurting a lot of these weirdos' feelings because, see, they really desperately need me. They need my name to make money. The channels don't make money unless they got my name in the title. The clout chase is, strong. But you don't attack Odell's character because he's a bad man or he's any of the things that you said. Really, Vicky Valen Court, her mother raised her oldest son, and my first husband raised my second son. I'm trying to figure out when he did that. Because anybody who goes and buys my book on Amazon right now, The Woodshed, you know, all of my court records from me being attacked as a mother to slow me down as an artist. I'm trying to figure out when. You people are insane. It's a whole new relationship and you're still heavily, heavily enthralled. So let me put y'all on the game. I'm going to tell y'all a very interesting story about 3 Hollywood celebrities. Oh, yeah. The black lawyer dropped out. You know, one of Diddy's lawyers did drop out. I got a feeling more going to be quitting soon. But no, I want to share with people how pathetic some people in this life really are. Now, when Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt were married, oh, it was publicity gold for her. And then he wanted to start a family. But Jennifer Aniston had a lot of insecurity issues about her weight. Y'all know Jennifer Aniston used to be a porker. She's a cute little chubby little thing. Brad liked her. You know, she had to keep being more Hollywood appropriate rather than worrying about her marriage. Her husband wanted to start a family. Who wouldn't want to have a baby with Brad Pitt? And then he got the role. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Man, when Angelina Jolie came into Brad Pitt's life, in his sphere, my God, it was fireworks. If you go back and you check the gossip, while they were filming in Colombia, everyone said that they could see the sparks flying. Man. And guess what? Angelina Jolie happened to want the same thing at that time that Brad Pitt did. She wanted a family too. I mean, him and Jim were already separated. But then it happened. The woman that he was married to didn't want what he wanted. She didn't want that. She was worried about her body, her Hollywood image. And he ran into pure fire, walking around in stilettos. They fell in love. What he had at home wasn't working. And he fell in love with someone else. You know, a lot of people don't acknowledge that when a relationship breaks down, it takes two people. Nobody is always solely responsible for the reason why a relationship doesn't work. Everybody played a part in the breakdown. Everybody played a part in the failure in one way or another. Some people just did a little more, you know? Got a little too invested. See, I know a lot of celebrity publicists, and celebrity publicists do gossip. I couldn't believe it when I saw the email list of all of the publicists that Jennifer Aniston was paying to do negative publicity on Angie and Brad, all the way up until around the time that Knox and Vivian were born. It was something else. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Jennifer Aniston spent millions of dollars to ruin the image of her ex-husband's new happy life with his wife. Can you imagine spending all that money to destroy the relationship that the person that you neglected, who left you behind, it is living? Like, I could not believe it for years. And I'm not saying allegedly. Jennifer Aniston had like 3-4 different publicists going in on them. And the couple of million that she spent on creating that negative PR campaign so she didn't look like what she really looked like when he left and moved on with Angie. You know, the funny thing about it is that his production company and his works as a Hollywood producer, Brad Pitt, actually, after he left Jennifer Aniston, his career became more profound. Does anybody remember that? How much more profound his life became? In Hollywood, he wasn't just, the good-looking actor boy who was married to the cute girl on the #1 hit sitcom in America. No. His career did better. It flourished after he left her. And she hated him for it. Imagine being so pathetic and being so insecure about all of the bad choices that you made in your life that you got to spend money, good money. Oh, Fight Club was iconic. But even still, he was just a Hollywood actor. Plan B, as a production company, that was all things that were worked with and encouraged and cultivated and grown in his marriage with Angelina Jolie. Of all of the relationships Brad Pitt has been in the public eye, his most productive relationship was with Angelina Jolie. Beautiful children. Look at Shiloh. She's dancing. You know, and the other children, they're really not interested in being a part of the Hollywood machine. Oh, yeah, the director's cut. I mean, but Fight Club, it was, it was a book before it was a movie. Brad Pitt was doing a lot of Hollywood films, but he wasn't the Hollywood producer, who he became in Hollywood. That's who he became with Angie. What Angie brought into his life invigorated him and took him to a whole nother level. And she was Hollywood legacy, so she really knew how it worked. Brangelina was amazing. And I don't know what happened to their marriage. I don't know what happened to their relationship. It was definitely giving Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton energy. But Angelina Jolie was dynamic. Still is. We still have to see that movie that she did. Remember I told you I wanted to see the opera singer movie?
Oh, yeah.
Because she's such a fine actor. And she's an amazing producer. I've always had great respect for Angelina Jolie. She didn't need Brad Pitt, but what they created together, all the things that they did together, just groundbreaking, history making, really amazing. And now her father has become an ambassador for Hollywood, appointed by the White House. Her dad and Mel Gibson. Oh. I want y'all to think about what kind of pathetic person. A person who helped destroy their own relationship, destroy their own family life. And the shame of it is so great that they have to enlist, recruit, or hire other people to disgrace their partner for them so that they can save face a little in public, and their partner is forced to struggle in the public eye with all of these stories. And no one's asking you to trust any politician. I guess you guys really don't listen to me. Trust God. Stop worrying about trusting human beings and worry about trusting God. Everybody keeps talking about, oh, this and that. And why does nobody give credit to God? Maybe it was God that wanted me to have that award. What if I was added at the last minute as an honoree? What if I was, at the end of the day, it was God's choice? I don't get it. But to sit around and attack a relationship of two people that you don't know, saying such personal insults, talking about people's bodies, talking about, it's cheesy. But it's giving Jennifer Aniston, especially considering that it was the robot herself who announced that Odell's second ex-wife is a member and one of her weird toothpick Avenger people. And right, what did you say, robot? She was going to give you all of the information, all of the juicy details so that y'all could run around online spreading it on her behalf. That's what you said. That was going to be your source. So I guess the second ex-wife is trying to pull a Jennifer Aniston. I mean, it would make sense. She doesn't seem to be a very original person. She seems to just copy bad Hollywood behavior. But then again, when you down with bad Hollywood, I guess that's what you're going to do. So the ex-wife hooks up with a stalker content creator so that y'all can try to embarrass and shame and harass a man who simply just moved on with his life. Like, it's just that simple. I didn't know him while he was actively involved in that relationship. I'm not a part of it in any way. Don't want to know anything about it. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if old Barry and Jen Aniston was creeping. I wouldn't be surprised. You know? I'm sure at this point in her mind, she don't have a problem. Jennifer Aniston wouldn't have a problem with being a beard. I just don't see her wanting to rock with it because Jen Aniston likes to rock with winners. And old Barry is about to become one of the biggest losers in American history. You know? Oh, it's just, I don't know. It's pathetic. But I see as soon as you realized I was live, running down on your foolishness, your ass logged right off real quick. I know you sitting there listening right now. What's your name, Joshua? What? Shame your mother couldn't get you a better name before she kicked the bucket. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. I mean, you're so insistent upon who you're not. Why don't we start getting clear on who you are? My award isn't your problem. My relationship, my man isn't your problem. Your problem is you ain't got no life. And I'm sure if your mother was still alive, she'd be telling you, you ain't living right. You ain't got no life. Sitting around lying on your dead mama. She left you when you were young. Your mama, allegedly. You probably feel abandoned in this world. You know, young people who lose their parents early in life, if it ain't end up right, they tend to never really get over it. I know. It's funny. I broke up with them just the other night. They still can't let it go. I don't know. It's just people talking about Odell. It don't sit right with me. It don't. But all of these antics with exes, working with content creators to slander the new relationship because they're being left behind and they're not relevant and they ain't got nothing going on in their life. See, this is what I love about the truth. Y'all can sit online and y'all can tell all the lies about that man and me and our relationship and our business and our work. Y'all can do all of that if you want. But it doesn't change the reality that that woman and I both know exactly who this man is, what he has to offer. It must drive you crazy, you sad little person, to sit around and see a man be so happy and so productive. Like, people want to talk about failing in relationships. That woman's supposed to be a Hollywood producer, but all she works with is Hollywood PDFers. David Spates, Aries Spears. Oh, I'm not done with them by a long shot. They produced child PDF films. They were brazen enough to put one up on Funny or Die and leave it there for years. You know, America's Future, as a whole, the organization, is against PDFers and teleporters. Me aligning myself with this organization that's going after the very things that I detest. Are we going to get justice for Bobby Whitney? Yeah. We're going to get justice for everybody. I'm not going to stop until we do. But see, the very kinds of people that America's future are going against, are fighting against, are the very people that Odell's ex-wife works with and works for. I want y'all to think about that. Cruelty-Free Artistry is the company that we started after he left his second marriage, and we started working together and ended up moving in together and building a life together, building a company. You know, normal grown-up stuff. The very people we're fighting against are the very people his ex-wife works with and for. I can't worry about what Dante is lying about in the middle of the night. I wouldn't know. I unsubscribed. I clicked the option to have none of her videos recommended, so I don't see it. It's nowhere near my algorithm. I wouldn't know. Right now, I'm talking about the one person that apparently I need to do that same thing with. I need to, because I don't need to wake up and then I turn on the app and the first thing that I see is her. And because you're doing this for more than one reason. But attacking, oh, True Romance, one of my favorites. You know that's a Tarantino script. Brad Pitt playing the weeded out stoner. I'll never make a good witness because I can't remember nothing. Oh, he was fabulous. He played that. He played that. We need justice for Angelo too. For everybody. But I want y'all to think about that. Odell's ex-wife works with Hollywood PDFers. I'm against them. You see where he's standing. Y'all see where he is. You see who he's with. You know, Odell's YouTube channel has been around for a good many years. So seeing Set in the West grow and flourish the way it is, bravo. And I want to thank all of you guys. I want to thank all of you guys from the Jaguar Wright Effect, all of my Jaganators who have spread the word about all of the awesome content and everything that's happening over at Set in the West. I want to thank everybody for showing up today, who showed up for the live earlier today, and everyone who viewed and helped get Odell to his first 100K video. Like, there's a lot of amazing things that are happening on Set in West. Matter of fact, Set in the West is getting so much hype. People who knew Odell, who weren't interested in working with the channel before, are now dying to come and be a part of it. Am I lying, babe? It's amazing. Can you imagine? His channel's been around for a long time before me. All I did was tell people, hey, I mean, he's my man and he's my producer, but he also has a great ass channel. Like, it's awesome stuff over there. I wish I could say that I spent time promoting my man's channel like I should. Because the truth is, if I really made it my business to promote Set in the West, he would have been right behind me. We would probably, yeah. But the truth is Odell never really focused on his channel. It was a place where he housed his content, where, you know, and I told him, you're a fool. Fool. Dude, you're a kick-ass producer. You know how to run content. Odell does have a great radio voice. And guess what? He doesn't have a great radio voice and an ugly face and an ugly body and flat and sloppy and nasty. No. He's just a wonderful man. That's all. And I enjoy telling people to go and check out my man's channel. Like, you like my work. He's my producer. He does great work over there. You need to check it out. And I love the fact that there are West Siders who aren't Jaganators, just like there are Jaganators who aren't West Siders. But they're a part of the community. And I like what he's got going on over there. I'm happy about it. I'm happy for him. Give thanks. What kind of woman isn't excited about supporting her man and watching him grow, flourish? Like, whether we break up or not, there are three things actually that I'm extremely proud of. I'm proud of cruelty-free artistry. Cruelty-free artistry started out as a conversation. And then it became a focused conversation. And then it became a goal. And in less than a year later, that's what me and Odell done. Together as a couple. When I first met Odell, his YouTube channel had less than 100 subscribers, and he's well on his way to 10K. And you know what? As a good woman should, I'm asking everybody, please make sure you're subscribing to the Jaguar Wright Show. Make sure you're subscribing to Set in the West. Get on over there. We should have been at 10K subscribers. Honestly, on that channel. Should have been there. I'm a little disappointed, honestly. But that's what we're doing. You know, why is nobody taking into consideration that he had that channel during both of his marriages before me? Set in the West was there. It's been there. Overlooked. Now, for someone to be married to or be in a committed relationship with someone who is in the same field as you, someone who works in media, someone who's a producer or supposed to be, someone who's doing all the same things as you. Like, I see what kind of asset Odell is. He produces for other people still, but primarily we work on our content. But the thing that's getting me above all is look at what we inspire each other to do. The level that my content and my work is operating on, that happens because of my synergy with Odell. That's what we create. Everything that's happening in his life, that's happening because of the energy that we create. It was very serendipitous. We met at a barbershop. I had never seen him in that place before. Never. You know what? I'm not the only one that's like that. Odell is very much so like that. We're both the kind of people that connect people with each other. We're both the kind of people that see the value in building community and industry. We're both the kind of people that believe in making the most out of everything around us. And the best way to do that is if we got something that's working great for us to share it with other people so that they can add to that greatness. And the greatness gets greater. You think we're a dream team? You know what? I'll second that emotion. But this is what we do. You know, a relationship is like a seed. And when you plant that seed in fertile soil, it produces good produce, don't it? Healthy seed, good soil, great crop. You'll see nothing but the fruit of what it bears in all of its deeds. My birthday, Odell and I, it'll be 1 year since we met, started working together, and fell in love. Best birthday gift ever. But if you want to know whether or not it's a healthy relationship, look at what it's produced. 4 amazing YouTube channels, 2 monetized, a healthy community, becoming more and more troll free every day, cruelty free artistry. And I would be a liar not to acknowledge that a lot of the hard work that Odell has put in since we've been together put me in position to get that award. And that's huge. That award is bigger than any Grammy. It's bigger than any of the distraction awards, because I think that's what we need to start calling them, because that's what those awards do. They create relevance around distractions. I'm grateful that she filed for divorce. I'm grateful she left him no option but to realize he was wasting his time. Because Set in the West was there. Did she ever promote it? Did she ever ask anybody as a alleged Hollywood producer to promote or to sponsor or to endorse her so-called husband's documentary, like, ever? Why would you quit your job to start a production company with a chomo producer? You quit your job to start a company with a PDFer, but your husband is an amazing producer. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine me not working with Odell to work with some weirdo because he's attached to Hollywood that's now falling. But what's really wild is the David Spates issue. Because I'm going to make sure that David Spates is properly addressed. I'm going to make sure that America's future knows what kind of danger having this person operating in Hollywood is. I'm going to make sure that while Mel Gibson is running around cleaning up Hollywood, he gets rid of David Spates and everything that he's attached to. I'm gonna make sure of it. David Spates is a problem. He helped Aries put that whole Funny or Die nonsense together. He edited it. Whatever filth that thing looked like, he made sure it looked like that. I mean, it's easy to run around and go into courtrooms and say, he's terrible, and he has a terrible girlfriend, and they're terrible people, and I need restraining orders because these people are awful people. Meanwhile, you're a mother yourself working with a child PDFer. A Hollywood child PDFer. At that. Maybe the reason why you're working with this strange content creator to attack us and attack our relationship, maybe the reason why you're so interested in engineering this negative campaign, because you're not just embarrassed that man got away from you and got a life real fast. You know, when your best friend is Amarosa, who is a Hollywood disaster and failure, and also now a sworn enemy of Donald Trump, is everybody forgetting that? Mm-hmm. Is everybody forgetting that Amarosa and Trump ain't friends no more? Mm-mm. Are they forgetting that? Are they forgetting that Amarosa, who used to sit at the pleasure of Donald Trump, Amarosa used to go to Mar-a-Lago, didn't she? Mm-hmm. She never invited her friend, though, did she? That's funny. Because Amarosa's friend is also Odell's ex-wife, who's an Avenger, a toothpick person. I want y'all to look at that. I mean, really look at that. Oh, well, everybody believes that Amarosa allegedly sacrificed Michael Clark Duncan. Everybody believes that. Now she got a new victim she hooked up with, trying to make her way through the DNC, the Demonic National Convention, because she can't go back to the GOP. She was drugged out the White House the residents on the West Wing. They drug Amarosa out by her petty lace front. The Secret Service in the middle of the night. Is everyone forgetting that? That's Odell's ex-wife's friend and mentor. Trump dumped her like the trash she is. And now, me and Odell have been invited to Mar-a-Lago, and I do believe we will be invited back. Trump has a huge agenda to take down all of the evil in Hollywood. America's future as an organization is backing that agenda and leading the charge. And they now can call Jaguar Wright an ally. Now I want y'all to think about this. Odell's ex-wife is a toothpick avenger. Amarosa is her best friend and mentor. She quit her job to start a production company, not with her husband, but with a man named David Spates, who was a known child film PDF weirdo. I want y'all to think about this. I'm talking about Odell's second ex-wife, the one that Ralph was busy trying to promote. Oh, so now that me and Odell are being photographed together at the president's house, y'all need to make sure that images of him and a woman who never promoted him, never promoted his channel, never promoted his work, never promoted his documentary, never looked after his best interests, continue to make friends and allies with all of the things and people he can't stand in or about Hollywood. This does not sound like somebody that was interested in building a foundation with their spouse. It sounds like somebody who was interested in working with the bad side and lining this man up. Like, let's be clear. Do we not see the agenda here? You're a toothpick avenger. Amarosa is your idol and friend. And David Spates, a Chomo director, known PDFer, is your business partner. And I believe at one point in time there was supposed to be some kind of reality TV series being developed for Jennifer Hudson and my ex-boyfriend, Lonnie Lynn, also known as Common Dick. Because didn't he date Serena too, just like Drake? I do believe so. See, that's how this Hollywood game works. When they put plants into your life to derail you, to move you around. Odell is a force. He's been a force. He just never talked about it. He ain't the bragging kind. Us Together is very powerful, and look at all it's produced. If anybody wants to talk about former relationships and current relationships, ask yourself this question first. What did he accomplish in his prior relationship, and what is he doing now? Because what it feels like more to me is that Hollywood dumped a plant wife on him to line him up, to keep him out of their way, and to stop him from doing that. Because see, this is how it works. Like Maggie has been teaching y'all how trolling 101 works. I'm showing y'all how trolling goes real world. They not just out to get me, they out to get me and Odell. And everybody know it. Everybody know it. Odell is just as powerful as I am, and in some ways more. Hollywood been in his way. And like we've always said from the very beginning, we have too many people in common. We have just too much. Us missing each other is probably one of the most interesting things. How did we not meet each other in 20 years with people that we know? And I mean, if you look at it, it was almost like it was strategically engineered to make sure we never. Yeah, they're trying to say Kendrick is an agent. I'm an agent. Everybody's an agent. Secret agent, man. Yeah. I don't think anybody gets it. But you will. See, when God puts something together, no man can put asunder. I know God put me and Odell together. 111. I know that without a doubt. I know my daddy picked him out. I wouldn't be surprised if my daddy spotted Odell one day from the cosmos and ran over to God and said, now see, that's the one. That's the one she needs. I already know that. I know that. And when my daddy put it down, ain't nobody gonna stop. You can't get in the way of they used to call him Norman the Freight Train and Stormin' Norman. And when he put a plan in motion, ain't nobody stopping that. Not at all. So good luck. But that's the thing. All of the talking about his body parts, that woman knows exactly who this man is, and she knows exactly what she lost. Sorry. Let me make it very clear if I haven't made it clear before. You can't get him back. You should have kept him while you had him. But then again, I'm glad you didn't. Because if he was still with you, look at all that wouldn't be here. It seems like that relationship stopped him from being all that he could be. And this relationship has done nothing but propel him into being all that he could be. It seems like this relationship, there was no growth, there was no encouragement, there was no nothing. And then he moves into another relationship and all of this great stuff is happening. People are mad about that. And because you're upset about that, you have to start talking about a person's penis. That's a jump. It's a reach. And I wish you stopped reaching in my man's drawers. I can do all of you Avenger people a favor. If you really want to know how I was received or if I was truly received at Mar-a-Lago, all you got to do is go over there to X. Or you can go over to Maggie's community wall because she posted the receipt of General Mike Flynn acknowledging me. See, I get it. That's a big problem. I want y'all to take into consideration that this robot, this Joshua what person, allegedly, you better hope I don't ever learn how to say your name correctly. It is a ghetto mess. 222 likes. We could do a little better than that. but I appreciate it. All you have to do is go and see what General Mike Flynn said. 4 years of lying-ass content and stalking-ass content about me, all invalidated with one post on X. That must have hurt. I guess that's why you sat up all night having your little hate session. And please do not consider this a response, because no one's responding to your foolishness. You've been debunked by a general for the United States of America. You've been debunked. Like, it's just that simple. Poke fun of the award, create whatever kind of lie you want, sit around staring in people's mouths, looking at their teeth and gums all day and all night. You can examine all the grass you want. Do whatever you want. I promise you, even less people will watch. They're really not watching now. I almost do. I don't know. It's just weird. When I moved on from my ex-husbands, I wasn't interested in talking about them, talking to them, being around anybody that was talking about them. Didn't want to hear their voices. I didn't want any kind of engagement in any way, positive or negative. Ugh. Just it's time to get past it. But to be so desperate for attention that you would align yourself with your ex-husband's fiance's arch nemesis or wannabe arch nemesis, that's strange. That would be like me going and getting Maggie and paying Maggie to do negative content on Goomba, to do negative content on my first ex-husband. That would be weird. That would be weird for me to go to Maggie and ask Maggie to and make sure you say he's got a little dick, and make sure you tell everybody he's a bum, and make sure you tell everybody he's this and he's that, and make sure I've already been through this. They did the same thing. Oh, we know in the United Nations who you are, Ms. Wright. They're really aware and alert people. They're really aware and alert people, really interested. The subject of human teleporting, very much aware of who you are. Thank you for that acknowledgement, Rosanna. Appreciate your words. See, they need people to believe that no one is listening, but that's not true. And now the important people are listening. And that is true. But when a woman is desperate enough to use duplicitous content creators to attack her spouse, to use them as the rocks that are thrown so she can hide her hands like Jennifer Aniston did to Brad and Angelina, it's pathetic. But see, what's sinister is the point of contact and connection. Amarosa wish She had received the Defender of Freedom Award. All that ass kissing that she did, nobody ever awarded Amarosa. That's her best friend. Birds of a feather flock together. I don't know. Maybe she was trying to teach her how to sacrifice Odell, allegedly. I don't know. I'm glad it didn't work. Happiest I've ever been. You know, just odd and bizarre behavior. That's her best friend. Somebody who wishes they were in the same position that I'm in right now. You know, that was Amarosa. That was supposed to be Amarosa's job in the first Trump administration. She was supposed to be urban liaison to something other and what you call it other and this, that, and the third. She was appointed. Amarosa was by Trump. And she's supposed to convince all the black people that Donald Trump was safe to trust. Y'all remember that? That was supposed to be Amarosa's job. First time around. And as y'all just heard, because it's been ran over and over again, this is the anniversary 8 years ago when Trump was going after the first human teleporting laws vigorously while Amarosa was there. But that's wild, because if that's true, that means Amarosa was lined up with the very people that Trump was going to be going after. No, maybe that had something to do why they drug her ass out by that petty ass lakefront across that White House lawn. You know, that was the thing that got me, that I don't think nobody really understood about Amarosa getting drugged on the White House lawn. There are tunnels under the White House that are used all the time, daily. Tunnels that allow people from the White House to make it all the way out to the other side of Pennsylvania Avenue without anybody seeing. That's exactly what those tunnels were created for. A lot of private government officials, mistresses, agents, all kinds of people go back and forth through those tunnels. Have and will. If Trump just wanted to get rid of Amarosa in the middle of the night because she had become a nuisance and he was no longer enjoying her company. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe knew all about the tunnels too. You know? But if they just wanted to remove a problem, all the Secret Service had to do was take her out through the tunnel. So why was Amarosa drugged like a $2 hoe across the White House lawn? I'm just trying to figure it out. Because, see, if you have to be forcefully removed from the White House by the Secret Service, if they drag your ass out on that lawn, you're blocked from that premises forever. Did y'all know that? When you are on the Secret Service shit list, you're never off. See, presidents come and go, but the Secret Service lives. From administration to administration to administration. Secret Service has a very long memory. Very long. So the second that Amarosa was drugged in the middle of the night, in the witching hours. Oh my God. When the Secret Service is forced to forcefully eject you from the White House property on camera, you can never come back. You're burned. So clearly, when Amarosa was thrown out 8 years ago, because it was 8 years ago, Amarosa got thrown out. This isn't just the 8-year anniversary since Donald Trump said that he was going after the human teleporters and all the weirdos and the Hollywood people and the fake news machine and all of that. It hasn't just been 8 years since then. It's been 8 years since Amarosa got drugged by that petty ass lace front publicly for it to be recorded on record. Oh yeah, it's been 8 years since Amarosa got drugged by the Secret Service. See, I was talked to, I was greeted, and I was treated as a honored guest with respect. Mm. Not Amarosa. Nope. Nah. She got put on blast. She know what it feels like to have the Secret Service put hands on you.
She allegedly got racist comments of Trump on tape, but never released it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I remember she said she had blackmail all over
How you not release it when
the president. Yeah, she told everybody, I've got evidence that Trump is this. I've got evidence. Show us the receipts. Amarosa. Everybody asking me for receipts. Somebody asked that crazy heifer for some receipts. Matter of fact, somebody asked her to please explain to us how the Green Mile passed away. How he married her and just up and died. It's wild. And that's the best friend of who? Oh yeah, of Odell's ex-wife. Birds of a feather flock together. Let's be glad Odell made it out alive. Best producer I ever had. Salute to Philly. I'm just curious. You, look at the point of contact. Amarosa is Odell's ex-wife's best friend. David Spates is her partner. And she's a toothpick avenger. That's a lot, isn't it? Because I can't stand Amarosa Pettigrew, or whatever her name is. She's got a few of them now. She's been collecting names and identities. You got to be wary of a bitch that gets married just so she can change her name and slip away from creditors and stuff. Like that movie Heartbreakers. Them bitches just kept marrying people. Trying to level up. I want y'all to think about that. Odell's ex-wife is engaged with and associates with and worships the very people that I'm set to take down. It sounds like she has more of a vested interest in trolling me than people can see. But for pictures of a wedding and pictures of outings, it's almost as if this ex-wife is trying to make the world acknowledge her. Because Odell definitely never gave anybody permission to his private photos, which means somebody who had access to those pictures gave them to that stalker, Ralph the Wise, the idiot, the mumble mouth bum, who says he's 40 years old and all he does is stalk us and play video games and talk about a bunch of stuff he don't understand. It's insane. There's a vested interest, like I said, in the opposition. Sounds like, I don't know, a nasty defamation, harassment, and slander lawsuit is forming. Oh, well, see, with me being awarded the Defender of Freedom award as a public figure, these efforts need to be stopped. So y'all should do yourselves a favor. Especially you, Robot. You want to tell Maggie and other people to stay out of it. You want to tell them. See, Jag wants you. Jag wants you to come after us so she doesn't have to. Jag wants to use you to come after us so she doesn't have to. It's how it works with liars. You know? That's how it works with liars. They're always projecting. Because what you're accusing Maggie of is exactly what you're doing for Odell's second wife. So hypocritical. See, that's that tie-in. See, that's me connecting them dots again. You want to sit there and tell Maggie to mind her business and to stay out of it and stop fighting for Jag, then why don't you stop? Why don't you stop attacking me and Odell's relationship on behalf of his second wife, his ex-wife? Why don't you do that? Why don't you take your own advice? You want to warn other people about not fighting other people's battles for them? Well, then why don't you take your own advice and stop attacking my relationship and stop attacking my fiance and stop attacking our work, trying to discredit our achievements? Because what you're lightweight doing is you're trying to still disparage our work. That's called tortious interference. You know that, right? And to do that on behalf of his ex-wife, that's really, that's just sleazy. Oh, King Corey 777, welcome to Jag Nation. Y'all people are so lost in the sauce. Tiffany, we do deserve peace. We do. But when you have people actively working to destroy your work, your efforts, to try to diminish and belittle your accomplishments on behalf of another person, well, that's just something I have to call out. And that's all I'm doing. I'm really not even addressing her. Who I am addressing is the ex-wife that apparently can't let go. The ex-wife that's mad that her narrative isn't working the way she wants it to. The ex-wife that is literally encouraging YouTubers. Because at this point in time, her image is being doxxed. Her life is being doxxed. Her divorce papers and records have been doxxed. She can go to the court and ask for restraining orders against a woman she's never met, doesn't know, and has no interaction with. But you can't go to the court and demand that they make these YouTubers stop? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Odell's ex-wife should be fighting these YouTubers for exploiting her image online. Put a 1 in the chat if you think the ex-wife should be trying to make the YouTuber stop doxing her image, stop doxing her life, stop doxing her wedding. She's divorced. She's divorced. She's just finalizing paperwork now. She's divorced. Y'all don't think that would be uncomfortable for her? Flaunting private pictures of a failed marriage that she fought to get away from? Like, you can go to the court about me, but you can't go to the court about YouTube and YouTubers? That don't make no sense. Yes, the ex-wife is using YouTubers to do her dirty work. Like a coward. Because the ex-wife is an avenger. A toothpick avenger. She's actually a member to that maniac. And she's sitting there feeding her negative information to try to disgrace the father of her child. What kind of mother does that? Like real rap. These people don't even care about the fact that this woman blew up that little girl's life. And if y'all heard the things that that woman had to say about her very own child. Oh my God. Yeah. Why don't you take your own advice, robot? Why don't you stop doing Odell's ex-wife's dirty work for her? If she wants to attack me and slander me on YouTube, she should just come and do it herself. But I think we all know how that would turn out. They hired a team of y'all to come after me. And y'all can't do it. What do you think will happen to her if she steps forward as her? Any woman that ever starred in a movie with Ron Jeremy willingly could never have anything to say about me. But I tell you what, when your entire life is surrounded by child PDFers, you work with a child PDFer, You got people attached to child PDF. When you got all of this weird stuff going on, and our objective is to end that, and that's what you're trying to support, I'm sorry. Like that's why that weirdo robot girl is so confident about all the lies she tells about Odell, because she's getting them from his ex-wife. Thank you, Sean Mello. Like, for months, I haven't even been saying nothing about it, but at this point in time, it's ridiculous and it needs to be addressed. And I'm sick and tired of having to keep my mouth shut about it. Like, this is insane. My ex-husbands and his ex-wives are working with YouTubers, giving them all kinds of bad information to slander us online when we're not even talking about them. And we've known about it for months. But now, see, it's the cloud chase of it all. In this moment, I have a beautiful life. God keeps on blessing. I'm sorry, he keeps on endowing us. It's the Sabbath. And I have nothing but things to be grateful for. I met this man on Sabbath. He's been my Sabbath blessing miracle, my birthday gift. Every year now for my birthday, I get to acknowledge another great thing. The day I met Odell. It is a grand Sabbath. He's already snoring. I'm about to join him. But for me to take a nap and wake up and listen to this idiot sitting there trying to rip apart my life and my achievements on behalf of a jealous ex-wife, and then have the audacity to say to Maggie, you need to stay out of it. Well, then why don't you stay out of it? You stay out of it and tell your little friend, Odell's second wife, to come forward. It's insane. Oh, yes, you can get a gag order on someone to force them to stop attacking you online. And I think maybe that's what I need to do now. Maybe I need to file for a restraining order against Odell's ex-wife, because aligning yourself with a known stalker, yeah, that's a problem. And apparently you're not trying to let it go. Apparently y'all really want to keep this thing going. So I guess, yeah, like, it's just pathetic. Look at me, look at me, look at my wedding pictures of the marriage that I torpedoed. Look at me, look at me. I used to be with him. He looks better with me than he does with her. Look at me, look at me. Look at us together. Yeah, we went places too, maybe not to Mar-a-Lago, but look at me. It's pathetic. And you older than me, ho. You older than me. Playing YouTube games. Bitch, you about to be 50. You decided to do an ambush divorce. You wanted to get away from him so bad, then get the fuck away. You didn't get cheated on. You put a restraining order on him, and he said, great, so did I. But you're still working with YouTubers. So I think it's time. At this point in time, I don't think I got a choice. Because Dee Dee the robot is going too far with the nasty sexual references, talking about his penis way too much, talking about what it is, what it isn't, mocking our relationship. Like, she's doing all of that for you, and I know it. She announced it. You should be worried about your real life, because it's a mess. Rather than playing YouTube games, you left this man, he moved on, he's never been happier. Okay, get over it. That was your choice. If you hadn't filed those papers last March, maybe you'd be able to stay in that house. Having a hard time proving your financials, too. There's a lot wrong with Odell's ex-wife. Lot wrong. You should be worried about what little future you got left, ma'am. Stop playing these YouTube games with me. Now, I've been ignoring you, but it stops here. Like that little weirdo Queen Edward likes to scream, it stops here, it stops here. It stops here. You put him out, I took him in. Actually, you didn't even put him out, he left. Let's be honest. You filed that divorce trying to pull a Judge Mathis wife trick. You thought it was going to work like that? Judge Mathis' wife, she put in for the divorce, and then he got it together and got back in line, and now he's home and everything is great now that he's on punishment. He got new orders and she can do a little more shopping. Is that what you thought was going to happen? I guess that's what you thought was going to happen. You thought you was going to file that divorce and you was going to show him exactly how you could destroy and ruin his life to make sure that he went along with some things that he didn't want to go along with. See how that worked? You tried to manipulate him like a pure narcissist, and he just walked away. And he ended up walking into a much better situation, I would say. I mean, the stalking and all of that stuff, and the gang stalking and the doxing, that part sucks, but everything else has been great. He's doing amazing without you. He's doing so much better with me. But I'm going to call you out on it, Toots. You playing too many Tasha K games. You saw how it worked out for her. It's probably going to work out about the same for you. But this is so pathetic. Do yourself a favor if you want to come through here, Trump shaming. Know this, anybody that comes through here, Trump shaming in this chat, you will be thrown out of this chat. It's final warning. I'm not a political commentator. Don't come in here talking politics. I'm not. I'm talking about our life being stalked by YouTubers that are being sourced and encouraged by exes who can't let go. But to hear the robot sitting there talking about, oh, Jag just wants you to fight her battles for her. She wants you to fight so she doesn't have to, she can stay in the back. You mean exactly like what you're doing for Odell's ex-wife? Shame on you, hypocrite. Because that's exactly what you're doing. I'm just calling you out on it now, and it's just that simple. That's what's real. Y'all have been getting bad information from all of our exes to gaslight us. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it plain. I'm calling it out for what it is. It's childish. But for you to sit there and try to shame Maggie with it, Maggie, for you to do that is pathetic. And I just want to let you know now your newest failed attempt is only exposing the people you're trying to protect. Oh, by the way, did I tell y'all that Odell's ex-wife was trying to get in business with NBC? Yeah. NBC. NBC, the same company behind the documentaries. And yeah. He's got an ex-wife that is an Illuminati pick-me, and he has a fiance that is pro-God and pro-justice. He's where he wants to be. He on his Donnell Jones. Where he wanna be. Where he wanna be. Where he wanna be. He wasn't worried about an option, but you made that possible for him, and he had a choice, and Pepsi or Coke, and he made his choice. Let it go. Let it go. You need to let it go before I really pick it up. Because this is harassment. And we have evidence that you're working with them. And if your image is being doxxed all over line, and you're not even doing anything to try to stop it, it's only because you're facilitating it. And that's just facts. So, y'all hear he's sleeping already. He's snoring like a baby. You snore. It's okay. I'm about to come join you. I just wanted it to be clear. I wanted all you irrelevant bitches to know I'm done pulling punches. I'm just going to start calling things for what it is. Maggie has an amazing interview that she's doing today. Y'all make sure y'all got y'all notifications on. She's going to be interviewing what I call a treasure trove of receipt. Charisma hates me. And you know what? That's fine. I really don't care. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. That girl hates me. She can't stand me. She ain't got nothing good to say about me. She done tried to op up and mad bitch link up against me I don't know how many times, and it's always failed. The last time she tried to op up against me, Charisma Speak, was with DJ Genesis, that milk cow. That didn't turn out good at all. That's why I think her and Maggie talking is awesome. When I found out they were, you know, in communication, I'm like, you know what? She hates me, but this could be great for the sector, for our new sector that we're building, here in Jaguar country. It's gonna give you guys a lot of correlation, a lot of tie-in. She's gonna be able to collect a lot of dots. Actually, I think this is probably gonna be one of the hottest lives on YouTube this weekend on the low. The old and the new, the past, the present, where it's going in the future. I mean, I think Maggie's going to knock it out the park. Charisma, she has great commentary ability. She when she's passionate about a subject, she really nails in. So I think we're going to see a really, really, really progressive conversation about two different content creators coming together to have a conversation regarding being attacked by the same exact, entities here online, here on YouTube. This is going to be big. It's going to be huge. And I'm for it. I don't even care what Charisma has to say about me. I'm looking forward to hearing what she has to say about everything. And I don't know why she holding a grudge against me. I'm not holding a grudge against her. But, hey, everybody got to do what they got to do. I ain't tripping, Hey. So, yeah, I'm going to nestle up, cuddle up, and give thanks for the wonderful life and relationship that I have. I work to keep it. I'm not easy. But I get so much easier around him. If you really gave a damn, maybe you should have worked a little harder to keep what you had. He's an amazing guy. I know exactly what you lost, because I know exactly what I found. And I'm not giving them back. I mean that on everything I love. I'm not giving him back. He belongs to me now, just like I belong to him. We belong together. We both have 2 failed marriages, and we agree we want this to be our last attempt. It's just that simple. He belongs to me now, and I'm not giving him back. Not only that, he don't want to go. He's very happy where he is. It's written all over his face. So, I ain't even got to get disrespectful with it. The truth hurts just fine all on its own. Come on, let's get one more. All right, finally, we got that one more like. All right, y'all, replay gang. Hit it up. Likety like. I'm out of here. I'm going to eat. And he looks so, he looks. That's right there. All I got to do is reach out and touch it. Bye. Oh, Shabbat Shalom. Love to all my Jaganators. All I gotta do is reach out and touch. Yes. Bye.